It is Monday, July 10th, 1893, and the Chelsea Arms Hotel's dining room feels far removed from the horrors of the previous night. Though the memory of them clings like a shadow, the room with its high ceilings and large bay windows is filled with warm golden light spilling in from a cloudless morning. The quiet murmur of guests enjoying breakfast creates a fragile veneer of normalcy, punctuated by the soft clink of silverware and the rustle of newspapers. Outside, the world hums with London's waking rhythm, oblivious to the terror that unfolded mere hours ago. At a corner table, by the bay window, Dr. Louise Schoonover sits stiffly, her hand cupped around a cooling teacup. Her composed exterior is betrayed by the faint lines of tension around her mouth. Across from her, Marco Ricci, small and wiry, leans forward slightly, his restless energy subdued but not entirely contained. His fingers tap lightly against the edge of his plate, which remains untouched, save for a single pastry he has not so much as glanced at. His sharp eyes flicker between Louise and the rest of the room, as though searching for a threat that could leap out at any moment. Louise stares into her tea, but her mind is far from the elegant breakfast spread of toasts, eggs, and marmalade before her. Images from the night before flash through her thoughts like a slide projector. Shadows shifting unnaturally, a grotesque, monstrous figure lunging out of the darkness, and the sound of screams that seem to echo forever. She can't shake the memory of blood, the way it had pooled, slick and hot, beneath trembling hands. Her thoughts shift to Glenn Collette, a 12-year-old boy who should never have seen what he saw last night. Where is he now? Safe? She hopes. Though that hope feels threadbare. And Dr. Julius Smith, ever the steady presence, had seemed so certain, so resolute. Had his certainty been misplaced? A cold thought crawls through her mind. What if something happened to them? What's going through your mind, Louise?
Well, I am still traumatized by what I witnessed and what I did not participate in. I'm feeling like I just have an ominous feeling about things and wonder, where is Dr. Smith? What's going on? I think it's imminent that we try to find him and meet up with him.
And you do know where he lives, so...
Yes, we have his address. So I think that it's paramount that we go to his home and find out what comes next from all this. And I apologize for, I feel sorry that I didn't involve myself more in, you were taking all the risks, and yeah. I just backed away, and I shouldn't have done that.
No, I wish I was you. I've been having visions, haven't stopped since last night, since I touched the fez.
Oh my gosh, and what are those visions like? I can't even imagine.
It was crazy. It was crazy ancient rituals and visions of shadowy, strange places, and very mystical.
Okay, you dreamt about it last night?
Yeah. I had a lot of dreams about it.
Well, this is most curious. Most curious. I mean, this has implications of something very dark and sinister, for sure. And for Dr. Smith to be involved, for him to have been asked to help, I think we need to go forthwith to his house and just sit down and see what we need to do to help him.
Are you sure that's a good idea? I mean, you saw what we saw.
Well, I have just decided that I'm committed to helping him.
That's fair. That's very fair. I guess we should go.
Okay,
All
let's
right.
go.
So, you guys head on to Smith's home. And in the meantime, we go to Scotland Yard. The heavy wooden door creaks open. As you step into Inspector Kendall's office, the room smells of pipe tobacco and damp wool, and the morning light from the frosted glass window casts long shadows over the cluttered desk. Kindle, a tall man with a square jaw and piercing eyes, paces behind his desk, the floorboards creaking under his polished boots. He doesn't bother sitting as he waves you to the chairs in front of his desk, but his sharp gaze suggests he's sizing you up. Ah, welcome in, Farouk. If there's anyone I can trust with a case like this, it's you two. Hal, I'd wager you've already got half a dozen theories brewing about what happened last night. Probably something involving curse relics or creatures from another plane, am I right? The corners of his mouth twitch in a faint smirk as his gaze shifts to Farouk. Layla Farouk, your partner. And you, Farouk. You'll be the one to keep him grounded, as usual. Heaven help us. Heaven help us all if he starts chanting in Latin in the middle of St. John's Woods. He lets the jab hang in the air for a moment before his expression hardens. Right. Here's the situation. Last night, Deward Street turned into a madhouse. Screaming witnesses, people claiming to have seen a monster in the shadows. They're talking glowing eyes, claws that could rip through stone. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Except every bloody witness is saying the same thing. Kendall crosses his arms, his eyes flickering between you two. The officers who responded didn't find this so-called monster, but last night we escorted a Dr. Julius Arthur Smith to a sickly man in the area. He claimed to have expertise in archaeology, and the sickly man insisted that he be brought there. You've heard of him, haven't you? Academic. Writes books on the strange and unusual. Probably why he and you, Wickham, would get on famously. Smith might know something, or he might be raving mad. Either way, he's our best lead. He lives in St. John's Wood, and I'm sending you to speak with him. Get answers. Be professional, and if there's even the slightest truth to these monster tales, I want it sorted before the papers get hold of it. Kendall straightens, smoothing his vest. Let's not make this harder than it needs to be, Wickham. Save your occult lectures for someone who's got time to listen. And Farouk, don't let him get lost in the clouds. You've got your strengths, both of you. Use them. He steps aside and gestures to the door. Off you go, and for God's sake, try not to bring me another report of demons or ghosts. I've got enough on my plate without explaining that to the commissioner. Alright, off to Smith's house with your partner.
Okay. Who would have been Jacoby, but in this case is Everly.
Everly. Smith.
Yes, played by me.
She's got her hat on. She's part of the police force. Yes.
Have you put your hat on?
Haven has the fez.
And Haven's wearing the fez.
Alright. The morning sun filters softly through the curtains of Dr. Julius Smith's townhouse, scattering across patterned rugs and polished wood furniture. The scent of freshly brewed coffee drifts through the air, mingling with the subtle traces of tobacco from the professor's evening pipe. Liam Callahan and Glenn Collette awaken in the modest but comfortable guest quarters, a space filled with bookshelves, crammed with histories, curios, and the occasional strange artifact that reflects Smith's lifelong curiosity for the peculiar. They find Smith in his study. On the desk lie 3 telegrams, stark in their simplicity, yet filled with an unmistakable urgency. Words from Professor Demir that are terse, almost haunting, warning of the dangers of the blood-red fez, and urging caution. Dr. Smith hurriedly hands them a thin folder. In it were tickets for the Orient Express, each document crisply printed and marked with the symbols of the famed train line. There was also a typed itinerary, marked in Smith's meticulous hand, laying out every stop from Calais to Constantinople. Fortunately, a good friend of mine, Baron von Hoffler, a man of wealth and learning, he's agreed to cover all of the expenses. The Baron is a staunch opponent of the occult, and he believes he has vital information on the Fez. He will meet you in Vienna and continue on to Constantinople with you. The cultists, they fled when the police arrived, but they left behind the Fez because they couldn't get it off Pook's head in time. That means they still want it. You'll be in danger. They will come for it, I'm certain. Guard it well, Protect it until you can deliver it to Demir. I can't overstate the importance of this journey. Men like Mencalf don't play small games. Whatever he plans to do with that fez, it's beyond anything we can imagine. So he says this to Glenn and Liam. Liam then says some offhand remark about always working alone and leaves to work alone, which is Jeff, by the way. And that's why he's
okay.
You know, that's my excuse for him not being with us. And that's in his character already, so that works perfectly. So, yeah, after Liam leaves, you, Kyle, and Luis, Luis and Marco arrive. And Smith greets you at the door. Oh, Luis, Marco, I wasn't sure if you would return.
Well, we preliminarily, before coming here, talked about what went on last night. We understand that you must just need our help. We are here to give that help and to see if there's...
We got to get to the bottom of this.
Well, I was just explaining to your young colleague here, Glenn. This fez is an artifact of sinister power, and it must be brought to Constantinople while the cult is still busy here in London, before they know that we have it. So, Glenn has already agreed, but I suspect you'll want to go too.
Absolutely. I will give you every bit of my help, and, just let me know what I need to do.
Wonderful. I have tickets arranged already. I can have more. We have a benefactor, Mr. Von Hoffler.
Von Hoffler.
He is paying for the journey. He will meet you in Vienna, and then travel with you to Constantinople.
Okay.
I would go myself, but my life is at risk. There is a cult that operates there. They call themselves the Brothers of the Skin, and their leader, Salem Makriat, he has said that if I step foot in the East again, I will be killed. I would go with you if it were not for this. But I do not believe that Brothers of the Skin are involved. It is simply why I cannot go with you.
Okay.
But the cult that worships this fez, I believe they are called the Children of the Fez.
Children.
I explained this briefly to Mr. Liam Callahan.
Okay.
I think he said something about going and finding his own leads. Hopefully he will meet you when you arrive at the train in 2 days' time. I have the fez up in my study. Would you all like to examine it?
Well, I think we should, and if we were to carry this artifact with us, how are we to protect it?
I can put it in a hat box. Before you actually go up, there's another knock at the door. And Smith says, "Oh, one moment. I need to get this." And he opens the door. And officers Farouk and help me out here. Wickham. John Wickham. Yes.
John Wickham.
Henry Wickham. That's how I remember it. They're at the door. Ah, officers. How can I help you?
Good evening, friends.
Good evening.
It's nice to meet you.
What seems to be the matter?
Well, you came here. I assume you had a reason?
Yes, I was alerted of some suspicious activity that happened here the other day. Something concerning Mr. Smith?
Well, you're in the right place.
Oh, you must be referring to last night. Yes, I believe some other officers escorted me to Duwood Street.
Duwood Street?
Yes. There was some bad stuff that happened there last night. There was
twisted.
It's hard to explain, you won't believe me, I'm sure. But there was a creature.
A creature?
Yes, a ghoul. I don't know how else to explain it. It attacked us last night at 5 Duwood Street.
5 Duwood Street. How interesting.
we are actually getting ready to examine something that we have from there that you might be interested in seeing yourself.
Of course.
We could use some police help. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. We don't
I
know
agree.
what this artifact, where this power came from, or what the extent of the power of this artifact is.
So with this artifact, what exactly happened?
Well, would you want to? You were so intimately involved in it.
Let me give you my side of things.
Yes.
We go there. He tells me he needs help with something. And I see a man with a fez that looks pretty much dead. We go to try to move him. And the fez touches me, and I see all sorts of visions of dark, twisted rituals. And it was like I went through a portal and I was just transferred. And I had weird, dark visions. And I think it happened as soon as the fez touched me.
Have you had any visions since?
All last night, I couldn't stop thinking about it.
We were just getting ready to examine the fez. Would you like to come with us?
Yes, of course. Of course.
Yes.
You might end up regretting that.
It's my duty.
And Layla says, "Come on, you don't really believe in this, do you? Like, this is all nonsense. It's just a headpiece." So you all make your way
Shoot yourself.
up to Smith's
To the
study,
Okay.
where he unveils the fez. Now, since it's your first time seeing it, Quincy, I need you to make me a sanity roll. So you're going to lose 1d4 sanity, so you're going to roll the pyramid.
And so I lost a little bit of my sanity?
Yes.
Just by looking at it?
Yes, since it's his first time seeing it, and it's like just like so bizarre that it affects you.
She-Fro gets scared
So,
of stuff.
the fez,
Uh-huh.
as you examine it, and as you enter the room, you hear it whispering to you. These faint whispers that you can't quite make out the words. It's almost an alien language. And it smells like putrid vomit. It's really disgusting. And it almost vibrates slightly when you look at it. And it's deeply unsettling. A dark, crusted red, like old, dried blood. Its surface is slick with a grimy sheen. It gives off a faint, foul smell. An odor reminiscent of something long soaked in sump oil and left to decay. The fabric seems to shift unnervingly. The strange symbols that are woven into its surface appear to twitch and writhe under the flickering candlelight, as though alive. These symbols seem to lurk beneath the surface of the fez, half visible and yet moving.
It's like visions to kind of like...
It's just like the fez itself, like there's just like symbols underneath the fabric almost,
Okay.
kind of shifting. It's very weird looking. And then Smith covers the fez back up.
Oh.
And you stop hearing the whispering.
That's much better.
That was spooky.
The blood-red fez, a thing of legend, of curses and whispered horrors. It would be prudent, essential, really, that some of you research every scrap of knowledge on this item. Libraries, private collections, even the most questionable bookseller on Fleet Street. If it contains a mention of the fez, we must know of it. This artifact is not just some grotesque oddity. I believe it to be, in some way, alive. Mencalf and his followers, the children of the blood-red fez, worship it, crave it, and for them, it's the key to powers unknown. We must understand what this cult believes, how far they are willing to go, and if possible, how to destroy whatever hold the Fez has on them. As for Mencalf, the man is a spectre in his own right. He is ruthless, clever, and if I'm not mistaken, without a shred of morality. We are up against a force that moves in the shadows, manipulates lives, and severs them just as easily. If you can find anything about him, we may stand a chance at unraveling his designs. The more you know, the better equipped you will be when we face him. Knowledge, my friends, is our only armor in this battle. And then, so as Smith mentions Mencalf,
I recognize this name, and I want to give you the details of my knowledge of this.
So, before you do that, though, in your mind, the name Mencalf pulls you back to a memory that you've tried to forget. A night from your childhood, shrouded in unease and mystery. The sounds around you dissolve into silence, and you are 6 years old again. The house is dark, but for the faint glow of moonlight streaming through the windows. You stir in your bed, awoken by the sound of raised voices cutting through the stillness of the night. You clutch your blanket tightly, small frame trembling, eyes wide staring into the shadows of your room. The voices grow louder. Her grandfather's deep and commanding tone met with another voice, sharper and unfamiliar. Curiosity overwhelms her fear, and she slips out of bed, her bare feet cold against the wooden floor. Carefully, she tiptoes towards the door and down the stairs, each step creaking under her weight. Her heart races. Her hands, this music's making it way more epic than it should be.
This is awesome.
And her small hands clutching the banister as she descends. She stops halfway, crouching down to peer through the balusters of the dimly lit parlor below. Her grandfather, Jonas Schoonover, stands tall, his imposing figure cast in harsh relief by the flickering light of a single oil lamp. He is arguing with another man, his gestures sharp, his tone harsh. The stranger, a gaunt figure in a dark coat, responds with equal fervor, his words slicing through the air like a blade. Their voices blur into a muddled cacophony. But amidst the garbled exchanges, one word stands out with cheering clarity: Mencalf. The sound of the name sends a shiver down your spine. Even at 6, Louise feels its weight, the way it seems to hang in the air, heavy and foreboding. She doesn't know what it means, but she knows it matters, knows it is a word tied to something terrible. Her grandfather turns away from the stranger, his movements deliberate and tense. He approaches the large oak cabinet that dominates one wall of the parlor, his hand trembling slightly as he unlocks it. From within, he retrieves a book. It is unremarkable in shape and size, but its appearance burns itself into Louise's memory. The leather cover is the color of dried blood, its surface smooth and without any markings, as though the book refuses to reveal its secrets. Jonas holds it tightly, as if it might slip away if he loses his grip. The stranger steps closer, his face shadowed, but his body language radiates urgency. The argument resumes, their words sharp and fast, the tensions crackling like a storm about to break. Louise can't make sense of what they're saying, but the sight of the book in her grandfather's hands terrifies her in a way she doesn't understand. Then, as if sensing her presence, Jonas' head snaps upward. His piercing eyes meets hers through the balusters, and for a moment, the arguing stops. The stranger turns as well, his expression unreadable. Louise freezes, her breath caught in her throat, unable to move under the weight of her grandfather's gaze. "Louise!" Jonas calls out, his voice firm, but not unkind, the way he might have called her name if she'd wandered too close to the fire. It is not a scolding tone, but a warning, a plea for her to go back upstairs and forget what she has seen. The memory ends there, as it always does, fading into an overwhelming sense of dread. Now you can talk about it.
Okay, so this mine calf comes from
Men calf.
Mencap. Sorry, Mencap is a recognizable name that I remember from long ago at my grandfather's house, and I saw this man with my grandfather, and they made an exchange that night, a book for some money. And so, just the way that I remember how my grandfather looked at me and the foreboding of this man in the room with my grandfather was terrifying. And so I am left with nothing to believe except that this is a very dangerous man with some kind of agenda that we don't even begin to know yet.
You said something about a blood red book.
Yes, it was the color of old
It's
blood.
the exact same color, as far as you can remember, as the fez.
As the fez, right? The same color.
Do you think you know where it might be now?
Well, I do not.
Do you think it'd still be at your grandfather's house?
I think that it's a logical place to go look. You know, first of all, you know. I think
And where is your grandfather's house located?
Germany.
in Germany? Yeah.
Much too far. Much too far for now.
Wow, Luis. I didn't know this. It's very interesting indeed, this men calf. I wonder if he is, in fact, related, and that he could be potentially the grandson of the man you saw as a child,
Right.
or perhaps the son.
Could
Who
be
knows?
one.
Now, the lodging house, where it all began, or rather, where it all went horribly wrong. I would suggest that at least one of you returns there to pick over every detail. Every creak in the floorboard, every stray paper for clues. I know it's a dark place, filled with foul memories, but often the truth lies tangled in darkness. Now, as you know, Matthew Pook met a ghastly end, and as tragic as that is, I fear there is yet more to uncover. I would appreciate some of you joining me in visiting his residence. His life, his notes, anything personal he left behind might give us a hint. Some morsel of insight into what he encountered before he succumbed. If Mencalf had his eye on Pook, we must assume that Pook was onto something, perhaps even something valuable enough to die for. Go back, retrace Pook's steps, and see what clues he may have left behind. Be vigilant. The children of the blood-red fez might already be watching. This game has begun, and we are players in it, whether we wish to be or not.
We have 2 days before we leave.
Yes, today is the 10th, and I believe, if you check your itinerary, you depart on the 12th? Or the 13th?
It says Thursday, Friday.
Oh, well, today is... What was today? Let me check my calendar real quick. You have all day today and all day tomorrow
Okay.
to gather information about the fez, about this book, about this Mencalf.
It's gotta mean something.
I want all of you to make me a spot hidden or a listen roll.
So you're
Your spot hidden is 75,
75.
Okay. So you got it.
so that passes.
Okay.
So did you pass?
Grandma,
No, but she spots something.
out of the corner of your eye, Luis, outside the window, you notice men in fezes standing on the other side of the street.
Are they real? I'm beginning to question, with what I've learned so far, what's true and what's not true.
Could be a vision.
I need to make a roll for Layla because she's there too.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm including Layla is because there's only 3 of you, and I'm like, if something bad happens,
Okay.
you ain't got a lot of firepower. Yeah. She also notices. But she wouldn't necessarily think anything strange of it. you know,
Yeah,
because she
she's
doesn't
not
have the
sold,
knowledge
yeah.
that we have.
she's just, you know,
Right.
I mean, it's not uncommon to see people wearing fezzes,
Right.
especially if they're Turkish.
And that's my partner.
Layla, yeah.
So we're gonna. I mean, what is there to investigate? Because we see them. Do we follow them? Are they there to?
Well, first off, are you going to say anything, or are you just going to keep this information to yourself?
I think I'm gonna talk about it.
Then say it.
I am not okay.
You see the men in fezzes, and you say,
I want you to look over across the street and tell me what you see.
you guys look, and you also see men in fezzes. And as they notice you looking at them, they start to disperse.
Just everywhere. Like,
Mm-hmm.
We should go follow those guys.
that's gotta mean something.
Where is that bag?
That's strange.
Your bag.
They had the
I
same
had that
type of
box.
fez
Well, hang on just a second.
that we just saw.
Well, it's not the same.
Here's
It's
your
like
side bag right here.
not the same color. It's just like a regular
Just a
red.
regular red.
Yeah.
Found it.
So more like the actual red of the fezzes I have. Instead of being like a blood crusted red,
Oh.
it just looks, yeah, regular fez.
So what are the odds of that?
I didn't take any of
4 men wearing fezzes, and then as soon as they see us look over, they disperse. That's strange.
No, those two I have to play the game.
And what was the name of that cult again?
It was
Children of the
Children of
the
the
children
Fez.
of the fez.
Children of the Fez.
The children of the blood red fez,
Mm.
specifically.
Children of the Blood
Wow.
Fez.
I'm not sure if there's a distinction, but that is what I've
I'm
heard.
beginning to not like fezzes.
I'm beginning to it. I like
That
fez.
means this is working.
Let me think.
So yeah, they're long
That
gone
can't
by
be a
now.
good sign. Do you think they know?
That they're on.
Do you think
on-
they can tell that we have the fez?
Yes. Is there some magical?
How did they? Why are they outside here of all
Do you think it's
places?
connected though?
Well, this
Oh.
neighborhood is not a neighborhood that usually has people loitering outside, so...
He's skeptic. He said,
See.
"I think it's connected
You think
because
it's
of the
connected?
things I've seen.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah.
it's-
Because you've
I've
seen
seen
more than
some weird
any of us.
stuff, and I don't want to see another fez ever
And
again."
We already know that there's.
So that's... if any more discussion and they're going to be gone, are you going to pursue them or not?
I think we should pursue.
Go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Pursue. We have to pursue.
Okay.
Okay,
And doesn't matter if they've dispersed in different directions.
Do we just try to catch one?
We just go for one.
Oh, jump him.
so you're going to go after the nearest guy.
Yep. Try to.
As he sees you guys coming out, he starts booking it. He starts running. So I want everyone to make me a constitution roll. So yeah, you bolt out the door
Okay. Oh, we're bolting.
and chase down one of the Fez men. And he starts running immediately. So now he's gonna be there. Okay.
You! You!
Stop!
Stop! This guy's here. And you're all.
That's the guy with the fez you chased down.
Yes. And you're all at the dock closest to Kyle.
Okay, so we're right here.
Yes.
Right here. Okay.
All right, Kyle. You're gonna be the first to act.
All right.
Attack!
Nobody will get past to me.
So you're basically just running after him, and you need to make a Constitution roll again.
Do that.
Uh-oh.
37. It's passed.
I'm gonna have to borrow.
All right. So you move up one.
He's got it.
So you're right next to him. You're on him.
Mhm.
Because you only have one action because you're the slowest person. Okay. So you can try and grab him, or hit him, or whatever it is you want to do.
Hit him!
You're right next to him now. You're right behind him.
I don't know. I want to grab him.
You want to hit him?
No,
So-
I want to grab him.
Roll twice and take the lowest result.
99. So,
So you take the
49?
99. Or the
Okay.
highest, I meant.
Okay, so 99.
Yeah, you roll the
Fail.
penalty because he's way bigger than you.
that
So
makes
you're
sense,
not going to
okay.
be able to hold on
Yeah.
to this guy.
Try to
So
punch him.
next up is... So the goon is going to run.
He's there now.
Oh, you ran
And you guys,
fast.
everyone else is still there, and I'm here.
Mm-hmm. You probably want to put a dice there to represent yourself.
I'll put that.
And then next, I think it's Quincy. Yeah.
Yeah, get there.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna
You've
go
got
up.
2 actions, so you can go ahead 2 spaces, and there are alternate paths, but you don't know what's ahead. So you could try and cut them off, but there's no guarantee if you go left or right that that's gonna happen. Just FYI.
Yeah,
Ah!
A lot of good chasing that's gonna do.
I gotta run ahead and attack.
So you're gonna go 2 spaces ahead.
Yeah.
So put a die on there,
So
For you.
Just put, yeah.
and then Grandma.
Okay, I gotta get my die. My constitution
50.
is 50, and I just rolled
20.
26. Well,
You
I'm chasing
can-
too.
But are you gonna go
Straight.
follow the same path as Quincy, or are you gonna try a different path?
I think we need to flank him on.
Okay.
It's what I think we need to do.
That'd be smart.
Yeah. So
Crazy.
You
just
could
take
go.
me one.
So she could
Right
go
or
right
left?
there. So she could go there or there.
Yeah.
Or would she have to go 1, 2? Okay.
So you going right or left, Grandma?
I'm gonna go right.
So you're gonna be okay. I'll just
That's
put that.
left, Kyle.
Oh. I was okay.
Coming from your perspective,
Yes.
right? That's what I was gonna do. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and then I guess your partner's gonna.
I still roll.
Yeah.
She rolled a 100.
She Jacoby did?
Yeah.
She tripped at the first step. She just fell on her face.
Well,
Jacoby did.
Yeah, she.
Wow, that's
Pretty
surprised.
much. She rolled like the worst roll you could do.
and she's not here. Okay, Kyle. See you again. Make another Constitution.
Okay. Look at what she's done. She's
Wow.
stacked all the
Wow.
way.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Me too.
And you too.
Pass.
Oh, there's your bag right there on the floor. You were looking for it.
So what are you gonna do?
Haven. Oh, don't. Here. We gotta
You can
put
move
this up
one
off the
space.
floor.
Just one?
Okay.
I thought I had 9 move.
Yeah, but oh, that's right. Because Quincy's the one who can only
Yeah,
do one. Shit.
Here.
So move
So-
Quincy
Get
back
your
one,
bag. You were
So we're right
and
looking
then
for
move
it.
you up one.
Hey, me.
Swap it with him, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then now you can
I
move
did?
2 spaces.
Well,
Or
I was
you
already-
can
I
move
was
up-
already here because
Well,
I
that's
grabbed him, so I think he'd be in this. I don't know.
Yeah, but we messed up.
Okay.
Either way,
Okay,
Gotcha.
okay.
So I
Good
can
now.
move up 1, and then now.
and then grab him again. But you know that's gonna be hard for you.
Right, right. Let me think. I have a good fighting,
Uh-oh.
but not good build.
You can hit him.
Here.
You try knocking him unconscious.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up, try to sleep him.
You should.
Okay.
Slug him.
Let me slug him from behind. Okay.
So
Yeah.
then, yeah, make me a fighting,
You got it?
and he's gonna roll to dodge.
I got it for every.
That
Okay.
was so nice of you. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hold it.
Barely
here.
passed.
Okay, good.
So regular success,
Be careful. Don't fall on the floor.
and then he's gonna dodge,
Yeah, that's your hat. Put your. Oh, you put them in there.
and that's also a regular success. So he dodges.
Whose was that? Was that yours that dropped?
He ducks
Now
it.
paint this.
He is going to attack you.
Uh-oh.
I'm about to get slept.
Take those
Hey,
numbers.
back in the day, I used to.
Get 'em off the die.
Enough of the dice. Okay? No more dice.
No.
You should try to put like a TV show on.
A what?
And then Kyle, you can roll dodge for me.
Should we put a TV
Okay.
show on?
A dodge?
You guys want to watch a TV show?
Fail.
Yes.
So yeah, he's gonna hit you.
With what? Just
Hey,
a
but
bunch
With
wanna
his
watch a show?
fist, yeah. He's got a sword
Show
on him,
movie?
but he
You know how to
isn't
do
going
that?
to spend the time to pull it
I
out
want
right
to
now.
know what you
He's just gonna try and get you
We're
to
not
stop.
going anywhere. We're gonna stay right
chasing
in this
him.
room.
almost dodged it, but he got me.
I slept.
So he's going to do.
I tried to run up and sleep him. He's like,
I want to go to Jesus' house.
I was trying to be a hero.
Sneeze down.
Got knocked out. I slept.
He turned around, dodged it.
There we go.
6 damage.
Oh wow.
Is that damage
So,
to your...
He's a big dude and he hits hard.
That's a damage to your sanity?
No, to his health. His hit
I
points.
forgot. Okay, so wow, I'm 6,
Yeah, from what were you at?
10.
So you're gonna take a major wound as well.
Yeah.
You're now concussed.
4. I'm barely in there.
Okay, and then he hit you, and now he's gonna spend the rest of his turn to move ahead again.
To one
So
spot.
he's gonna run.
Grandma, can you put a show on for me?
You need to make a con roll.
I need to make a con roll. Okay.
I like this music.
What is that? 07?
Yeah, that was good.
7?
So extreme.
So
Probably.
an
That's
extreme.
an extreme, so you're gonna go up one move. Now you have one action. So you can move left, right, or ahead.
I'm gonna move ahead.
Also,
So do I go up one move? Now I'm at 8.
no. Just for me on this, because it's like your stamina. The longer you run, the more your move decreases until you're at 0, and you just can't. move anymore.
There we go. That's what I was hoping I could do.
Okay, like 1.
I'm like revealing the path as you guys move.
Yes. Okay.
You'll see down the streets like as you get there.
Okay.
All right, you're up, Grandma.
Okay. What do I do?
From where you're at, Grandma can move 1 and either straight or to the right.
Just move me straight up.
Right here?
Yeah.
Alright, I like that.
I'm gonna hope that he'll make another road
Yeah.
that will get
Is
me
this
to my
is this a path right here? Or is that looking.
It
Okay.
is. All right, Kyle. Make a con roll again.
99.
Dang.
Big fail.
You still get to move 1 space.
I'm stumbling over towards him, but he's still right there, right?
Mm-hmm. But you can't do anything. You
I
can
can-
move.
I'm gonna just try to get close, and hopefully I'll wake up, and he doesn't just beat me up again.
I can't do
That's how nice of feeling.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I got hard.
he would be gone by now if it weren't for you.
We're almost there. If you guys can just jump on with me.
I'm coming up quick as I
You
can.
should just let him run.
Yeah, I guess we got in too deep.
Kyle got knocked out.
I'm like,
I told you to try to knock him out the first time, but you tried to grab him.
But hey, I was trying to be.
You should have knocked him out when you
Trying
had
to
the
keep it civil.
chance.
All right, Quincy, you're up. Maybe a con roll. Or sorry, no, he's got to move.
I've only moved one time. I've been there this whole time. There's no point in me even rolling.
We should be alright. He's left.
All right.
Alright.
This is basically it. Okay, Quincy. Quincy. Roll con.
What is that?
36. No wait.
80.
93. 90. Yeah, 93.
93? That's a
That's a
fail.
big fat no.
Jacoby's not doing good.
She's not doing so good.
He's way back here.
Yeah.
Move her up 2 spaces. And then Grandma,
Yes.
make me another con roll.
Oh, come on. Let's get under a 50.
75.
75.
Told you
And
she
I-
wants
It's a
every reason to
chase.
get at the table. She wants every reason to get at the table.
I want, and I get to move, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Up.
Up. And where's the bad guy?
Right there.
Kyle. Your turn.
For contact.
Yep.
43!
3, let's go. Yeah, not a hard pass, but a pass.
What? What escaped? He escaped!
Yep.
He escaped.
You lost sight of him and he's gone.
How did he escape?
So he got away. He's too fast.
Too fast, and we were too
escaped.
slow, and our rolls were too bad.
Wow.
I was on him. He whooped me though.
You got beat up twice, bro! You got freaking beat up twice.
Fighting. Okay, so we're just standing in the street.
So yeah, you're just in the street.
Okay, so now we have to regroup because we.
That
Yeah.
was a big waste of time. Let me just say that, guys.
That's because you couldn't get the job
I got my ass
done.
whooped. I got my ass whooped.
Your ass whooped. Man!
How come every time something happens, I'm the one that ends up hurt or traumatized? What happened?
Because, bro, you don't listen.
I'm about sick of you guys
You
and all
tried
these
to grab. I
pheasants.
told you to hit him first, but you tried to grab him.
Oh, that's right. You
I
did
said
say that.
him, but God, but my boy over there, Mario, is trying to.
I tried to grab him.
I tried to grab him. Now look, we're stuck with our freaking thumbs up our butts,
and now
man.
Marco has a headache.
Yeah, you got a slight concussion.
Yeah.
You got the shit beat out of you. You got a major wound, man. You got a major wound, man.
You're gonna have to spend a night in the hospital to get rid of that major wound.
Dude.
Yeah.
You got jumped.
Basically, once you get over half your health points back, it'll go away.
Did anybody see where the other guys went?
So focused on that one, I didn't see anything.
Now we're back to square one.
I don't remember much.
So now we have, okay, how much time did we lose during that chase?
Oh, I mean, I'd say there's probably a good 20-30 minute chase sequence, but
Oh, so we still got the bulk of our
it's not
2
like
days
he
left.
spent 3 hours chasing this guy.
Okay,
No.
okay, alright. So,
I mean, yeah, it was probably about 10 minutes actually. Because you go, I mean, look at how many blocks you traversed. You know, not very many.
Right.
So now we're back to square one. So now what we need to do is we need to go back to. We can't go to her grandfather's house
Because
it's in Germany.
Let me get back my notebook out.
Smith recommended checking libraries. He
I think that's a
recommended
waste of
going
time.
to Matthew Pook's.
Matthew Pooks. I think that's where we were whenever all that stuff
He
happened.
said he would be going there himself today.
And that's where we were the night
Smith
before.
is going there.
Yes, he's gonna go check on Pook's flat and see if he can find anything there today.
well, I'd say...
Oh, because that's the person who died.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
the victim.
And we're at his house whenever he died, right? So
No,
we gotta
you were at the lodging house,
lodging house,
owned
okay.
by
Okay.
Mrs. Grimm.
Gotcha. Yeah, let's go check out his house and see what kind
Or
of
it's
stuff we can
yeah,
dig
it's
out.
Pook's flat.
Or should we go back to where we originally found the fez?
What do you guys think we should do? I'm a little shook up. It's hard.
Wonder why.
I think we should either go to Matthew Pook's flat or back to the lodging house.
I think we should go back to the lodging house. Because Matthew Pook died, right?
Yes, and he was
lodging house.
at the lodging house.
Yeah.
And it looked like he'd been there for a while. But he was tied there. I don't know. I don't
Wait,
know.
Matthew Pook, was that the guy that looked like he was
Zombie.
100?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The guy who turned into a zombie.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was found with the fez.
Yes, and it fell
yes,
off his head.
It was on his head.
And then it fell off his head when he died.
And it bumped my arm. I think it grazed my arm, and I had all these visions once it touched me.
Actually, I think we need to go to Matthew Pook's house.
Because
We
he
need
might,
to.
he
Because
might
there
know
might
some
be,
knowledge
because
or
there
some
might be
books.
something there. How did he end up with the fez?
Right, right.
Because I don't think he ended up there.
Question, Smith. Do...
Smith's still at his house.
Okay, shit.
You guys, so I assume you guys go back to Smith's house.
Okay, okay.
Welcome back. Did you catch him?
Let's not talk about it.
Oh dear. Well, he definitely must be part of this. Otherwise, he wouldn't have ran.
Yes, yes.
True, true.
Guilty by running.
I'll have to keep my eyes out. It is probably not safe to keep the fez here. If these men are watching me.
I suppose it emanates something that they can...
Well, it certainly
So-
emanates whispers. And a
Yes.
stink.
And the stench.
God, it stinks.
So, question, do you know if Matthew Pook had the fez before he was at the lodging house?
Well, it's in the telegrams,
Mhm.
which... Let me read them for you, so I don't have to take them off the board.
Oh, I get it. I get how to read it now. Okay, fez is very dangerous, impossible to destroy. On no account wear it. Have trusted allies bring it by all speed to Constantinople. Will use what knowledge I have to destroy it. Warn them in no uncertain terms that their lives may be at peril. I will meet them at Zurich Station. That's the first one. That was 3 a.m. London. That was July 10th. Okay, and then July 8th, my student has elected to steal the fez. I have warned him that Menkaf is dangerous, but he will not listen. I fear for his safety. He has your address in London. Please aid him if you can and then even before that, have been keeping tabs on cult activity. A man named Mencalf has come into possession of an item known as the Blood Red Fez. He is traveling to England on some mysterious purpose. One of my students based in London has volunteered to follow him and report. Ah!
Okay. So let's find the student.
Where's the student?
The student is Matthew Pope.
Oh.
The
So
nearest
let's go to
student.
his.
We have to go to his house. Matthew, because that's the guy who died with the fez on his head.
Yes.
So
Yeah, yes, that would imply that he was
So he got
watching the cult, perhaps.
So he got a hold of the fez.
He got too close to Mencalf. And
Yes.
Mencalf got him back.
It would seem so.
We gotta go.
We gotta go?
That's where we're going. That's where we're going.
Yep. So, Dr. Smith, do you know how Matthew Pook ended up at the lodging house? Do you know who brought him?
I just know what is in the telegrams. That's the only correspondence I've had with Demia.
I thought someone. Let me find it. So the lodging house is like the apartment where the people in fezzes came in, but the man in the top hat was the only one that was coming and going. Is that the lodging house?
Yes. Probably the man who rented the room from Mrs. Grimm.
So the one who paid for the room that Matthew Pook was in?
Yes.
At the lodging house. Okay.
I would suspect.
And those people in fezzes are probably the same ones that we tried to chase?
Well, it would appear so if they're running.
But what's odd is that what's his name? The person that we're going to?
Matthew Pook.
Pook? He's a young guy, right?
Yes, in his 20s.
But when he died, he looked like he was 100.
Yeah, with it.
So, but
And the fez was stuck fast to his head. Could not be removed.
And whenever
Until
they took
he
it out,
died. Until the moment he died.
Do you think the fez sucks the life out of people and consumes their soul?
That's a
that would seem so.
hypothesis.
That would
Huh?
seem so. Only way to explain why a young man would look well into his 90s.
Welcome back, Luis. I believe everyone was just discussing going to Pook's house. Pook's
Yes.
flat.
Okay.
Is that what
They
you do?
reread the telegrams, which gave them very important context.
From last time.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, so yeah, you all traveled to Matthew Pook's flat. And, Matthew Pook's flat is a modest, unassuming space located on the third floor of a narrow brick building. The building itself, withered by time, contains 8 flats stacked tightly on top of one another. At the entrance, the ground floor flat has a small brass plaque on the door reading "Caretaker." So yeah, you guys, you gonna knock on the door? And yeah, this guy, he answers.
Someone answered the other guy's door?
Yeah, no, yeah, he's the caretaker answers, and he says, "What can I do for you? How can I help you, officer?"
We're here about Mr. Pook.
Ah, Matthew Pook. Yes, he lives up in one of my flats.
How long has it been since you've seen him?
Oh, I haven't seen old Pook for probably a week now, at least. Yeah,
Is that unusual?
and it is unusual, and he owes me £5. If you see him, tell him to come pay me, or I'm gonna have to give his flat to someone else.
Has anybody been in?
No, no one's been in there.
Does he have any guests come by to see how he's doing?
Not that I've seen. He's new in town, from what I understand.
How long has he been here?
Oh, hard to say. Maybe a month?
How would you describe Matthew Pook? Anything weird? Anything off about him? Any
Oh,
weird
it's-
habits? Any weird company?
I don't know much about the lad. Seems fine from what I've seen. Bookish, perhaps?
Let me see.
I
We got
keep forgetting what my accent sounds like.
Would you mind if we went to go see his apartment?
Well, If you'd be willing to pay his debt, then yeah, of course. A modest £5.
I'd say let's pay it.
Wait,
All
where's our money
right.
at?
Luis
Luis,
is
I
volunteering.
finance. Yeah, I finance some of this.
Ah, thank you very much,
Yes.
ma'am.
Or could I come back with a police warrant?
You've already given me the money.
Okay.
Putting it in me pocket.
Once
For
we
safekeeping.
do it,
No
we
takebacks.
do it. Yeah, no.
You can head on up.
Chance.
It'll be the third door on your left.
Okay.
It's gotta be decisive.
Let me see.
So you head up, and the flat itself is plain with sparse furnishings, worn carpets. There's a few personal items scattered about. There's a single window that lets in dim light, barely illuminating the space, creating a really dreary atmosphere.
What personal items are there?
Yeah.
Well, you can see, just from looking, letters to Pook.
Oh yeah.
From who?
We're gonna have to
Is
find
it,
that
how
out.
many letters? Is it a small amount or is
Oh,
it
yeah, a
large?
handful of letters.
Okay.
Are you gonna look through them?
Yes.
Yeah, they all appear to be from his parents. Just correspondence from his parents asking after him and, typical stuff like that.
Okay.
Is it a single bedroom?
Yes.
Like, is it a studio or?
It is. It's very
yeah.
simple. It's just like a room
Just a
with a
room.
window
Sounds
and a
like
bed.
Yeah.
Is there anything under his bed?
So you can give me a spot hidden roll?
Spot hidden roll?
Yeah.
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 Wait a second. Where is it? Spot hidden.
It's 75.
So I have 75, so I have to roll less than that.
Under
right?
that, yep.
Hard.
13.
No, that's a hard.
That's a
pass.
So
Or
my
extreme pass.
fifth
yeah, yeah.
is a 50, so it's an extreme pass.
Yeah. That's
You're
fast.
you're gonna find something.
So you find.
You did. I think you hit the jack.
Oh wow! There's a whole. Okay, so
What is that, Wickman?
It's a journal.
What's
It's a journal. Okay, so let's
Nah.
start.
Read it like a normal book and see. First page.
Is this the first page?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
You read left to right.
the
right?
cover, and then there's the inside.
Okay. Here we go. June 10th, 1893. Metcalf is
Which is a month ago.
This is it's a month ago. Is imposing as Professor Demir described. Is imposing
Is
as
as imposing.
is as imposing as Professor Demir described. He commands his minions with ease, and it's clear they're mesmerized by him. Gullible fools. His influence over them is disturbing, almost unnatural, but I've learned something even more concerning. He carries the blood-red fez. I've seen it. He keeps it tucked away in a shabby brown hat box, one that hardly befits something of such power. What strikes me as odd is that neither he nor his followers will touch it directly, always handling it with gloves or some cloth. It makes me wonder what would happen if someone did wear it. That's what I'm thinking. I told you, does it suck the life? I said that. Okay. So I said that. That's why he appeared old. Okay. The 17th. Okay. I've been dividing my time between my research at the British Museum Library and watching Metcalf's activities. He's up to something, no doubt. My regular surveillance of him and his men hasn't revealed any significant changes in their movement. They're still staking. You know what's crazy? I can't really read cursive, so it's like
it's a problem. I fixed that problem. I noticed most people have a hard
it's
time.
hard. It's hard time reading cursive. I'm
So
like,
my future handouts aren't going to be so cursive.
they're still staking out that house in Rotherheath. I asked around and learned that a fez collector lives there. Oh my gosh, interesting. What could Metcalf want with a man like that? Professor Demir has urged caution, but I can't help but feel a thrill at outwitting these clods. They're not nearly as careful as they should be. I move freely around them without being noticed. And then on the 20th, I've uncovered a new piece of the puzzle. Metcalf is preparing to leave London soon, and his destination is none other than Constantinople. I followed him and witnessed him purchasing tickets for the Orient Express, but I can't get close enough to see exactly when he intends to travel. There's something else holding him back, though. He hasn't left yet, and it isn't because of the Fez. He brought that with him. So what is he waiting for? There's something else he needs before he can depart, and I'm determined to find out what. This is his last note on the 7th, which was just a couple days ago.
Literally.
Yeah, just a couple days ago.
Before you found him in the
House.
2 days.
House, yeah.
Okay, so the time has come. I've decided to act. Metcalf is too engrossed in his activities in Rotherhithe? Okay, perfect. To notice what I'm planning. While he's distracted, I'll break into his quarters and steal the blood-red fez right from under his nose. I've no doubt that I can do it. With the fez in hand, I'll make for Constantinople and deliver it directly to Professor Demir. The fez will be in safe hands, and Demir will finally see that I was right to take this risk. Just imagine his face when I arrive with the very thing he fears most. Tonight I act, tonight I will steal the fez.
Wow.
Dun dun dun!
That was well.
That was crazy.
Well.
So, question: Whenever he died at the lodging house, there was a lot of people with fezzes coming in, or like, there's people with fezzes that came in, right? That's what someone saw.
Yes.
Okay.
And a man in a top hat.
So maybe they were
specifically.
Maybe they were on him, or maybe they were onto him. Maybe they sniffed out the snake.
So he clearly got the fez.
Yeah.
He clearly got the fez. But what's interesting is that they
wear
never
it if
touched the fez.
Yeah, he
directly.
knew not to touch it, but it was on his head.
I don't think he knew not to touch it.
That's what it said, right?
No, it said he. So in the note it says, what strikes me as odd is that neither him nor his followers will touch it directly. And then it says, it makes me wonder what would happen if someone did wear it.
But he just
So he's
decided to wear
curious.
it. Yeah.
Curious.
Yeah.
He may have put it on his own head.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Because he wonders what would happen if somebody wore it.
Yeah.
So it seems like, because he was acting in secrecy.
Yeah.
Because he didn't let let Professor Demir know that he was gonna.
And he was clearly out of his league. He thought that they were stupid and acting foolish.
Yeah.
But
Probably
although,
a trap.
yeah, could have been.
They set him up.
Or perhaps he simply failed, and they put it on him to test what would happen.
But my question to that would be, if they'd never touch it, how did they get it on his head?
They said they used
gloves.
Yeah, they said they
Oh,
could
the
move it with
gloves.
gloves.
Okay, I
and
didn't even-
the,
okay, I
the
missed
towels
that.
and they put it in a
Missed that.
box and.
The same way that we transported it here, well, not here, but by the way, I have it with me because we didn't leave it
Yeah.
at my house. But yes, remember we wrapped it up and
That's right. Oh,
carried
that's
it here.
right. That's right.
After what he experienced, we knew better than to touch it. And that's another thing to consider. He did touch the fez, but he didn't become withered. So perhaps only by wearing it?
There you go. Because see, that was my concern from the
Yeah.
get-go. That's why I withdrew.
This is why we need to look into this fez. See if we can find any information out
Yes.
there, anywhere.
There's a fez maker.
There's
No,
just too
fez
much
collector.
reason. Yes, it did mention
There's a
that,
fez
collector.
Yeah.
Right. That's right.
In fact, I think I recall reading a newspaper article about this fez collector. I believe he was murdered just a few days ago, actually.
What was his name?
Oh, I will have to go and get the newspaper from my home. Would you like to come back with me, or would you like to go to the next place?
Maybe
Or we can-
should we look
Let's go.
around before we
Is there
leave,
any?
or
Was
you think it
this
could
the
be?
only thing that was under the bed?
It's not a very big room. I think we've done a pretty thorough job.
Okay.
I think we should go back
Yeah.
and look at the newspaper.
Yeah,
All
try
right.
to find the fez collector.
Let's do it.
I agree.
So yeah, you all reconvene at Smith's house once again. And he goes and looks through some of his old newspapers. Ah, here it is.
The newspaper!
Yes, it was the July 6th edition of the Daily Express.
So,
Okay,
okay,
so it's only-
he was murdered on the 6th. he stole the fez on the 7th,
And then he was,
and then he was found dead on the 9th.
Yeah.
So what happened on the Sunday? We're
Right.
missing. Okay, so let's see here. National Cordage collapse, aftermath.
Wait. Is that the right one? Yes, it is. Okay. Good.
Yes. So the
Rotherheath?
Rotherheath Fez murder, cowardly killing of elderly Fez collector, criminal gang still at large.
Okay, there you go.
So it seems to be.
And you would know about this being in the police force.
Yeah.
You're familiar with this case.
I heard of this. Yeah. I heard of this. Last Thursday night, elderly Fez collector Mr. Joshua DeVore, age 70, of number 3 Blithering Lane, Rotherheath, was murdered during what police say was a burglary of his Rotherheath residence. Described as eccentric but essentially harmless, Mr. DeVore was brutally bashed to death with a blunt instrument and his house ransacked. Mr. DeVore was noted for his collection of fezzes from all around the world, as well as fez-related literature and memorabilia. No fezzes appeared to be stolen from Mr. DeVore's extensive collection of that particular hardware. A glass case containing examples of fez literature and rare books and manuscripts was overturned and smashed. Police suspect the damage was done in a mad search for money, but by the perpetrators. Inspector Kendall of Scotland Yard believes it is the work of a local burglary gang terrorizing the vicinity. These rogues are getting bolder. It was only a matter of time before someone was done to death. The inspector assured the Daily Mail reported that the gang would be apprehended and feel the full measure of the law. Rotherheath residents are urged to secure their premises at night and to take appropriate precaution towards their persons. Wow.
So what was broken at the house? The glass?
A glass case containing
case.
examples of fez literature.
So that's
and
what-
rare books and manuscripts was overturned and smashed.
So Minkoff...
I wonder if I've heard of Kendall of Scotland Yard.
So
Yes.
Minkoff was
I have.
staking it out?
He's the one who sent you here.
Yeah.
To Smith.
He's your superior.
He's your supervisor, yeah.
I wonder if he has any evidence from that.
Well, he clearly believes it was a burglary.
Yeah. And so we have...
And there was nothing stolen. What evidence
that they can tell.
would they actually have?
So Minkoff, I'm trying to think.
Were the manuscripts taken? Were there any manuscripts taken? Or literature on fezzes taken?
Yeah.
Because it was smashed.
And so if there's any... Right?
Well, they're saying in that article that that they thought they were looking for money.
Well, maybe there's something they didn't know about.
Well, they clearly did not know what we know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because it says Minkoff was stalking out this house in Rotherhithe.
Yeah.
And so clearly he was...
You know that he was
He
interested.
clearly was eyeing the fez collector, and it said that he was getting ready to get on the Oriental Express, but there was something holding him back, and that was a couple days before the robbery.
Yeah, he was
staking out the place for something.
Yeah, there was something of interest that he wanted from that, and we have to assume
We have to assume he found it.
that he found it. That's what I would assume. Remember, this man is ruthless.
Yeah.
He'll stop at nothing.
I don't know what to do. Where to go next?
Should we go by...
Well, we still need to... We could go to Rotherheath and
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I think.
see what we find there. But we also need to go look up anything we can find about the Fez.
At the
Where
library.
would we go at the
Or the
library?
children of the Fez.
I'd
These
say
are all terms that we could use to research at the library.
at the library.
We could go to the British Museum Library.
Okay, let's try to find some
I've got library
transcripts
on
on the Fez and any ancient Fez knowledge.
I wonder if we could stop by that guy's house.
Oh yeah, and Rotherhithe.
Oh, and also, it would not be a bad idea to return to the lodging house. We did not really
Oh,
look
that's
for
right.
anything that night.
Yeah, we talked
Yeah,
about
let's go
going
back to the
there.
lodging
What if
house.
there's
Yeah,
something
let's go
that? What
there.
if there's something that
Yeah.
Poog left? We've discovered that he left there.
I'd be interested to see if the matron is still there.
The what?
The
Oh, Mrs. Grimm,
Mrs.
yes.
Grimm and talk to her.
Well, I think I'll go ahead and accompany you
Okay.
to here.
Okay,
to,
so let's
the
check out the
house.
lodging house and then maybe Rotherhithe
Yeah.
and see if we can go and check out the robbery. Okay.
So let's go back to the lodging house.
Yeah, let's do that.
Lodging house, yeah. And then library, maybe?
Or Rother.
Or Rotherhithe.
Yeah.
So where are we going?
Lodging
Lodging
house.
house.
Lodging
first,
house
definitely
first.
lodging
We're
house
gonna go to
first.
lodging house first.
So you return to the address 5 Deward Street, and Mrs. Grimm can be seen scouring the floor of the
Okay.
dried blood.
The dry blood.
Oh, it's you again. You're back.
We need to know.
I'm surprised you returned. You left us all to die. I had to drag that poor bastard to the hospital.
Oh my god.
Dr. Hobbs.
Everybody was scared last night. It's okay.
What can I help you with?
We need answers.
We do need
As
it.
do I.
What room was Pook staying in?
Oh, yes, the young lad. Well, not so young, I suppose.
When did he check in?
Well, you know, they were here last night, and they can take you up there. They know.
Let's go.
If you would like, you can go ahead and check. I mean, I haven't cleaned the blood up there yet.
Let's go. You guys take me up there.
Okay.
Can I ask what you're doing? What you're looking for?
I'm just part of the police force and just gathering some evidence.
Would you like to know the name of the man who rented the room?
Of course.
He told me his name was Mr. Leeds.
Mr. Leeds.
Yes. I think his name was Harry Leeds.
Harry Leeds. Does the name sound familiar to you guys?
It does not.
Anyways, I'll be down here scrubbing the blood.
That's a good female voice, by the
Okay.
way. That's great.
Okay.
So yeah, you go up there and you're gonna start looking. Make me spot hidden. Whoever wants to start looking for stuff.
I'll start. 58, barely passed. Wait, yeah, barely passed.
And you, Quincy.
What is that?
97.
Ah, spot hidden. I did not pass 97.
And you want me to roll?
Yeah.
Here, him. 75.
Okay, so extreme.
So, Kyle, this is what you find.
Oh my gosh, we're getting more clues.
Okay, this looks terrifying.
Let's see it.
Come on. Ooh, I got the shivers just
Did
now.
you really?
Oh my gosh.
These symbols, they look familiar. I saw these in the visions.
Oh.
I saw these.
And this is what Grandma finds. You find a notepad with an impression on it,
So
and
these are
you
Pook's
scribble
notes?
over it. And
Wait.
that's what you get.
Oh wait, say that again. You find a notepad and she scribbles it out.
No, it's where you take a
You'll
pencil.
see when you look at the picture, Grandma or Kyle.
I saw
I
I saw a
cannot-
notepad with
Look at it and read it for me. I can't see the print.
Nightingale Road, Shoreditch, or 23 Nightingale Road, Shoreditch,
Rotherhithe,
Rother.
I think.
It doesn't say. It
Oh,
says
maybe
Let me see.
Shoreditch.
Well, that's the same address.
Let me see.
Okay.
Or wait, no.
It's just
That's a different
Shoreditch.
address. I'm getting confused, yeah.
And let me see your clue.
Well, mine. Okay, so are these Pook's notes right here? Like Dominion
Yeah,
overall.
yeah, you're gonna look at the
and
address.
Rising from the
Perfect.
There's
past.
someone's notes.
Okay. Just some symbols with a couple notes at the top and bottom.
Oh my gosh. recognize these.
From what?
Oh my gosh, I got cold chills. This is ancient.
Quincy, make me another spot hidden roll.
8. So that's an extreme pass.
This is what you find.
Super pass. Whoa! Holy cow, it's Arabic!
Is that what this is?
So,
That is not. I don't think. Let me see. This looks very foreign.
this looks Arabic.
Well, that's ancient.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma recognizes those as Turkish
That?
because she speaks Turkish.
Yep.
Ah, these are Turkish, so there's 9. Looks like
I hadn't read it.
looks
yet.
like 9 tickets.
Well, yeah, but I'm telling you
Yeah, okay. Let
because
me
you
look
would
at
you
it.
Are they-
just
are they
wouldn't
ta-
remember anyways.
Are they tickets to what?
Well, and Grandma can look at them.
Oh,
Question, Dr. Smith. Is Constantinople in Turkey?
Yeah, well, modern day Turkey.
Is it Turkish?
It's not called Turkey yet,
Okay.
basically.
But
It's
they
called, it's
speak
the Ottoman
Turkish?
Empire,
Okay, gotcha.
but it's in where Turkey is.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
oh, okay. They're all to the same place.
yeah, so grandmother, you reading and understanding Turkish recognize that these are ferry ticket stubs, and they cover 9 trips from Constantinople to the nearby Prince's Islands, all in the previous month.
Princes?
1893.
Like, multiple prince?
Prince, as in Prince Ali,
Okay.
Glorious Ali Ababwa.
Well, I don't...
That's from Aladdin.
Okay, I was like, what?
Okay.
I'm giving those back to you because as the police officer, you need these are your
Yes.
evidence.
This is my evidence. It's connected. Are those all the clues we found? Did we look over it pretty good?
Yeah, you can't find anything else. That seems to be all that there is there.
Okay, so you know what the next move is? The library.
We're gonna take all this and try to reference it.
I'd say it's probably like mid-afternoon now at this point. You spent like a good, 4 or 5 hours doing all this. So you've got like half the day left.
So we can probably either check out
Oh.
Rutherhythe.
No,
or-
wait,
or the
wait.
library.
Wait. We have to go to 23 Nightingale Road, Shoreditch.
Should we do that instead of Rotherhithe? Because that's where the Fez collector was, and we.
That is literally one of the clues.
Or do you think that's Pook's latest clue?
I don't know.
You
It's
think
that,
he just didn't get there yet?
I think we have to go there.
I think so.
I think so since we have
That's the
Yeah.
one. That's the one address that we have.
Well, you've also got the address for the Fez collector.
right.
I think we have to go to Shoreditch. Right? What do you guys think?
Well, we have kind of an idea of what would be at Rotherhithe.
Yeah.
Shoreditch could be
Anything.
Yeah, we
Could
could
be
see
anything. I think that's the next place to
It
go.
could even be a boat!
It could be.
Right? I think that's where we have to go.
A boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It can be a boat! You don't actually want one of those?
Gotta keep sitting down over here and you can play with it. Come here.
So let's go there.
Okay, yeah. I think, yeah.
Come this way.
So you're going to Shoreditch?
Yeah.
This way.
23 Nightingale Road.
Shoreditch is a district marked by urban decay and squalor. Narrow cobblestone streets are lined with dilapidated buildings, their facades grimy with soot. Smoke from factories chokes the air, mixing with the foul odors of open sewers and refuse-strewn alleys. Streets are filled with the noise of street vendors, ragged children, and the occasional clatter of horse-drawn carts.
Street youth.
And then let me get you your picture here.
This is what the buildings look like.
And that's 23 Nightingale.
Is this 23 Nightingale?
This is, yes,
Okay.
23 Nightingale.
But we have nothing to go off of.
Let's go up to the apartment. Let's go to the building.
Yeah, I guess we don't even know what apartment number. We just know the building.
We know 23.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we go?
Let's go.
Let's go there. I just described the exterior to you.
We're going inside.
Let's go inside.
We're
Okay.
going in. We're going in. Going.
We didn't come all this way just to not go in.
Yeah, and you're the police officer.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to get us
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
where
True.
we would not be able to go to by ourselves.
The apartment is cramped and worn, with peeling wallpaper and a sagging ceiling. A single gray window overlooks a narrow, reeking alley below. The smell of refuse and dampness seeps into the room, mixing with a faint stench of coal smoke. A battered iron bed frame sits in one corner, its thin mattress stained. The floorboards creak underfoot, and a small chipped table holds a flickering oil lamp.
Oh, so somebody was in there.
The lamp is on.
The lamp is on.
Whoa.
And as you're looking through the room, you hear a jiggle of the doorknob as someone enters the room.
The door we just came in? Or...
Yeah, into the apartment.
Okay.
Hide! Everybody hide!
There's nowhere to hide.
You're the police officer. You say, stop,
Who
please.
comes in, I guess, is the question.
Knock, knock, mother.
And you see this man walk in.
Uh-oh! Okay, we see this man walk in.
Okay, there's somebody we haven't seen before. Do we know his name?
Ah! You startled me terribly. Sorry. What are you doing in my home?
I'll ask the questions here. What's your name?
Bentley Burnham, Birmingham Daily Post. You must know the name, surely.
Birmingham Daily Post. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Is this the Birmingham Daily Post? This is the Daily Express.
It's a local newspaper. It's real small, okay? What can I help you with, officer? What seems to be the problem?
Do you know Matthew Pook?
I don't know Matthew Pook.
Do you know anything about a fez?
I know nothing about no fez either, no. Do I look like the kind of guy that would wear a fez?
I'll be asking the questions here.
Sorry, officer, sorry.
Let's see.
oh my god, this is so good.
You know anything about Constantinople?
I know it's a city in the Ottoman Empire.
Nothing else about it?
I mean, well, what do you want to know specifically?
Let's see.
I know that there's a lot of Turkish people living there.
Who else?
Wait, who was it you asked me about again?
Matthew Pook.
Matthew Pook.
Or Mincaf. Mincaf.
You ever heard
That
of a
ring a bell?
Mincaf?
Calf. No,
Children of the Fez. Ring a bell?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just writing a story.
What story you writing?
Well, actually, I think it's about Pook. I didn't know his name, but I heard there's a guy who died in some room.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a monster.
What else you know about
Yes.
him?
I just know that some crazy shit happened. I was about to go down there and ask questions myself. I'm writing a story.
I'm the
Where'd
one
you
asking
first hear
the
about this
questions
from?
here.
I just hear things on the street, you know? People
What else?
talk.
What else have you heard? Monster. What?
Yeah, a one-armed monster. They apparently killed some kids last night.
Where at?
Dewitt Street.
Dewar Street.
That's
Dewar
where the-
Street.
That's where the
That's where it was
boarding
at.
house is at. That's where we went to. That's the same.
Yeah, real sad story. A couple of kids just walking home. This monster comes out of nowhere, tears them apart.
That's,
How could that have happened?
We didn't know that. This is.
Who
news
could have
to
let
us.
that happen?
Is that a different situation?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What situation?
I don't know what
Are you
you're
at?
talking about.
What? Were you there?
Can I intimidate?
This is actually good.
Can I do an
Were you there
intimidation
last
roll?
night?
We're gonna ask
need
the
to see my
questions.
story.
We're gonna ask the
No,
questions.
hold on now.
We're
Hold on.
the one asking questions
Let me see
here.
a warrant, officer. Where's the warrant?
Flash a gun. Show me mean business. This is warrant.
Roll it for intimidation.
Intimidation.
Whoa!
For him,
all
or-
of us?
No, he's the guy who's intimidating with his gun,
Oh,
flashing it.
Okay. Okay.
I'll ask the questions here. Alright, intimidation is 55.
Man,
Fuck! Rolled a 93.
Oh.
Stupid.
Oh, so off. Look, officer, I don't know nothing about no fez. I don't know nothing about nothing. Okay, I'm trying to figure out about Matthew Pook. Apparently, that's who he is. I just want to know about the guy and the monster, write my story, and make my bread.
Tell me a little bit about your story.
Why would your address be
I was following my
at
leads.
the lodging house?
What?
Tell me that.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know, guys.
Why would we find your address at the lodging house beforehand?
I
Before
honestly,
the murder.
Have you met with Matthew Pook? Had you met with him?
no, I've never met the man.
Have you ever been to that lodging house?
I didn't even know his name. I've never been there.
Who told you his name?
I've never been there. Just some people I hear talking about. You told me his name. You said it just now. I said. I didn't know who the guy was. I just hear some monster tear some guys apart, some kids apart, and there's some man in some lodging house, Dewitt Street.
So how could your address be at the crime scene?
I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what to tell you.
This isn't adding up. Who do you work for again?
I work for the Birmingham Daily Post. I have credentials right here, and he shows you his credentials.
Shows the credentials.
Yes.
How long you been working with the Post?
I've been working for the Post about a year now.
So you've been here for about a year.
Yeah, I live here. I live in London.
Did you find it?
What else have you heard? Has there been any weird stuff going on in the neighborhood? What'd you hear about a gang break-in the other day?
A gang break-in.
Ruther Heights.
There's a gang break-in every day, everywhere in the city. It's London.
Can I try to intimidate him?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna afford.
But what are you trying to get out of him?
I'm trying to get an answer about why his address was at the apartment. Because it was at Matthew Pook's house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was at Matthew Pook's house. So why would he have his address before he died?
Well, remember that was a rubbing.
But why would he get that? I don't know.
It was his address written down. Someone had written his address at some point for some reason.
Okay. But yeah, why would Matthew Pook know his address if he's never met him?
You're assuming Matthew Pook wrote it down. Is the one who wrote it down. But remember, the cult that brought Pook there was also doing stuff. So it could have been.
You sure you don't know anybody, Mincalf?
Yeah, I told you.
I got a gun that says otherwise. I can't do another intimidation roll. Can I do another intimidation roll?
You can push your intimidation roll, but if you do that and you fail, you're gonna get thrown out. You're gonna get kicked out.
We're not getting anywhere.
He's gonna actually call the police.
All right, I'm pushing it.
All right.
You have to.
Mm-hmm. We're not getting anywhere any other way.
So I just have to roll less than a 75?
Yeah.
93!
So bad. Yeah. All right, officer. You're gonna have to leave my house. I'm done with this. I'm not saying nothing else.
Is that all of us who gotta go?
All of you, get out.
Waste of our time anyway.
Freaking
We
bomb.
ain't getting nowhere.
Gosh dang it.
So yeah, from here. Well, that didn't go as well as I had hoped. Maybe he doesn't know anything after all. We still need to go and look up some information in the library.
I'd say we should start there because I have.
And we need to check the Fez Collector's house.
Yes.
You think we could do that in one day?
Well, we could leave. We have another day.
Okay.
We could do the library tomorrow.
I'd say we need to find what we can at Rother
And
Heights.
go to the Fez
Check
Collector's
Rother
house
Heights
this
tonight?
afternoon
I think
for the
so.
rest of the day. Yes.
All
Okay.
Very well then. So yeah, you all travel with Smith to Rotherheath.
Failed mission.
Failed mission, failed
Mission
chase.
failed. We'll get him next time. You find a small cottage tucked away at the end of a narrow street,
Okay.
lined with rows of modest homes.
Oh, wait, say that again.
The cottage itself is a humble, weather-worn building with a sagging roof and ivy creeping up its stone walls. The windows are dark and shuttered, and the overgrown garden surrounding the cottage adds to its neglected feel. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves, and a heavy silence hangs over the area, broken only by the occasional distant sound of the city beyond. A constable stands at the gate, stiffly formal in his uniform. His expression is serious, his hands clasped behind his back as he keeps a watchful eye on the surroundings. The cottage is clearly locked up tight, its heavy iron locks visible on the front door. A dim lamp hangs from a post nearby.
I'm gonna go talk to him, some of my people.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm gonna go talk to the constable.
Ah, Constable Wickham, what brings you here?
Oh, I was just in the neighborhood. Police chief investigating a few things. Police chief had me come up here and interview some people, and as in the process, I was reading the paper and I saw.
It's got you on another one of your famous adventures, chasing ghosts and goblins and demons, I suppose.
I guess that's for me to know and for you to not find out. But yes, any way we could get past here to go into the house?
Oh, yes, of course. If you're on a mission,
An assignment?
If you're on an assignment, then yes, of course.
Thank you.
Okay, that's right in. He opens the front door for you, and
thank you, good sir.
Oh, and who are these traveling with you?
Oh, these are my companions. They're helping me with a bit of the story.
So doing some research.
I see. Okay. Well, very well. So yeah, you are greeted as you walk in. You are greeted by the unmistakable signs of a recent and violent search. The once cozy living room has been thoroughly ransacked, with drawers pulled out and overturned. Papers, books, and broken knickknacks litter the space. The air is thick with dust and a stale smell of neglect. Most peculiar are the numerous fezzes scattered throughout the room. They are of varying colors and conditions, but all seemingly ordinary.
Are there any blood red ones that stick out?
No, they all seem to be regular fezzes from what you can tell.
What about, is there any literature on fezzes there?
Yes.
They lie draped over chairs, tossed onto the floors, and even stuffed into the gaps between furniture. The focal point of the destruction is a smashed cabinet. In the corner of the living room, its glass doors have been shattered, and the shelves within lie broken. Their contents strewn across the floor. The cabinet looks as though it was torn apart in a frantic search for something. Its once glossy wood now splintered and jagged. Near the desk, a large dark stain mars the wooden floor. It is foul smelling.
It's where he was killed.
The desk itself is a sturdy Rand Leopold roll top in dark wood, though it too shows signs of being disturbed. Its drawers have been pulled open and emptied, the roll top pushed up to reveal papers and documents left in disarray. So you can do a spot hidden roll.
Are there any secret compartments?
Do a spot hidden roll.
Where's my spot hidden? Spot hidden 75. Come on, baby. Why am I rolling 94?
Do I get spot hidden too?
You can push.
I'll push.
Well, no, I guess you can't push that kind of roll, because that wouldn't make sense. There's no consequence for pushing. You can spend your luck as well to bring your 94 to a 75. So, you find two things.
Oh my gosh, another clue. Two clues.
Hella clues. I should have used my luck last time.
Yeah, with the chase.
This is the first clue that you find.
Whoa! Okay, so date 5/5 lot 72. Three white fezzes. Excellent. Value at £1 20 cents.
Is that like a receipt?
2 augmented fezzes. Check. Is that insured?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, lot 34. Jeweled fez, excellent. Emeralds, 4 sapphires. Gold thread trim. Lot 47. An obscure and good ancient text. No. Okay, an obscure and ancient text reputed to detail the history and lore of the so-called blood red fez.
Yeah.
Bound in leather, the color of dark blood, believed to be the only remaining copy.
Whoa. And what is that like a catalog? Like, let me see the picture.
That was lot
No, it's
47.
a page of the ledger.
Oh, okay, it's
Yeah.
a ledger. Okay. Okay.
So that was May 27th. That was last month.
And why is that significant, guys? Not the date, the book.
Well, because that's the one that Mincaf had.
In Grandma's flashback.
Yes.
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 Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you
Oh!
also find this letter.
Oh!
There's no address, there's no... It's just
Does it
that.
say who it's to or from?
It's July 2nd. Okay, so we're getting a timeline here. Okay, dear sir, I trust this letter finds you in good health. I write to you concerning an item that has recently come into your possession, namely the book entitled The Whispering Fez. It has come to my attention through certain channels that you are now the owner of this exceedingly rare and valuable volume. Allow me to be direct, sir. I represent a party in Constantinople with significant interest in this particular work, and we are prepared to make you an offer. I'm authorized to present you with the pricely sum of £100 sterling, should you be willing to part with the Whispering Fez at once. Such a sum, as you are no doubt aware, is a most generous figure for a book, even one of this unique nature. We understand the importance of discretion in these matters and assure you that the transaction will be handled with the utmost care and confidence. Should you accept our offer, arrangements can be made for swift and secure payment through reputable means, and I would be pleased to provide all necessary assistance in seeing the matter concluded to your satisfaction. I await your favorable reply and trust that we may come to an agreement. Time, as ever, is of the essence. Yours sincerely, Mr. H. Leeds. Is that this guy?
No, that's the name that Mrs. Grimm gave you.
Yes.
The name of the man who rented the room that Pook was in.
Oh. Is that Para Constantinople?
Yes.
Bro! What?
Wait, what? Let me see.
So the guy rented the room,
And he killed somebody in it.
killed some. Who is this H. Leeds?
Could it be another name for? Could it be an alias?
I bet you it's an alias. But so we know H. Leeds is part of the group that is interested in the Fez,
Yes.
probably the cult. Probably, has to be.
So they're trying to buy the Fez from the Fez, or
They're trying to buy the book.
The book about the Fez from the Fez collector.
Yeah.
And that's because I think they need it for whatever's in Constantinople. They need that book.
Yeah,
I just don't.
it's the only remaining copy. Give me that, you knucklehead.
Yeah. I'm feeling lost, I'm gonna be honest.
Dude, this is just
Why?
like, killing me.
Because I'm trying to. I don't even know. So I feel like obviously that book is important for whatever's in Constantinople.
It's important because it is the history of the
Right,
of the
probably how to
Fez.
destroy it.
Know how to handle it, probably.
Well,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the provenance too. You have to have the book with the Fez. It all goes together. Yeah.
Okay. I think that what happened was Mincaf was already scoping him out. So maybe he sent this as like a decoy so that he could meet with them and think that he's gonna sell the.
Perhaps. And then he murdered him.
And then he murdered him.
That's what I.
You know what I mean? But
that's-
he had already been staking him out. He just knew that
Yeah.
he wouldn't meet with some
Right.
random person.
I don't think that's the case.
What do you
You know what I think, Evan?
What do you think,
I
Hannah?
think they were legitimately trying to buy the book, but the guy refused to sell.
So this.
Well, one way or another, it ended with him getting murdered.
Let me see.
Yeah.
This was on July 2nd. So let's see what.
Where's the newspaper at?
Pook's journal said.
No, where's the newspaper at?
Newspaper is right here.
So okay,
Yeah.
here's the newspaper. That was on the 2nd. So this was on the 6th. He was killed on the 6th.
Yeah. So he.
So it seems like
Oh, I better help you.
my thinking is they didn't come to an agreement.
Smell.
He might have reached out and demanded the book because obviously he's a cult leader.
Get a bath.
And the guy was like, no, I'm keeping this text. And so what happened was they couldn't come to an agreement.
They broke it.
And yeah,
Killed
probably
him.
tried, exactly, probably tried to... Wait, is the book there? Did they take the book? Because it was in his possession.
It's not.
Well, I believe that smashed cabinet must have had a book in it.
Smell like.
Because it had other books around it, but I don't know where we'd even look. Because I feel like we definitely need to find Mincalf.
Well, Pook said that he was going to be on the Orient Express.
When? What day?
Well, he booked his train ride before you did. So he could be already gone. In which case he would be down the line somewhere.
With the book.
What's the book?
With the book.
Presumably.
Because that's our goal, is to get the book. Right? We're gonna get on the Orient Express.
Where's the fez at?
Which is why he's so desperate for the fez.
Yeah.
Where's the
We
fez
have
at?
the fez.
We have the fez. I have it right here, under my arm.
Can we touch it?
If you really think that's a
That's-
good idea,
Maybe we should do some research first.
I mean, he can tell you firsthand
it's
what
not good.
happens.
Maybe we need some research first.
Yeah, that would
Before we just go
probably
and
be
touching it like we did last time.
I think... I'm interested in this fez. You touch... What happened when you touched the fez?
I saw it. Let me just... I can tell you exactly what I saw. I saw phantasmal scenes of ancient rituals, shadowy figures, strange landscapes with towering monoliths and swirling mist. Some mystical shit.
Doesn't sound like anything I've ever seen.
Some ancient
towering
trippy-
mountain. Oh gosh.
And then after that, that one-armed monster came?
It was not one-armed until Rennie Montoya cut its arm off.
Then they cut its arm off.
Yes. It had two arms.
And that was
originally.
Pook, right? That was Pook, like
Yes.
old man Pook, old shriveled up zombie Pook.
Pook was the monster?
Yes, he reanimated
yes.
after he died.
Because he had the fez on his head,
The fez rolled off of his head onto the floor.
and then that's when he.
He let out a... Well, he screamed and then he died, I believe.
Gosh, keep it over here.
And then everything went dark. That's one thing I remember very deliberately.
The music.
All the lights went out as the shadows enveloped the room. And then the creature arose from Pook's corpse.
I think
It was a horrifying sight. I ran straight downstairs, as did Mr. Marco
Yeah.
over here.
Maybe I should touch the fez.
You still feel like touching the
All
fez?
right, man. He
After
said,
all
"You know
that.
what? Maybe I should."
Why not just wear it?
It will disintegrate your brain. And the ancient monoliths that you saw in your vision is where this comes from that I recognize.
Oh, really?
This
The
rubbing.
ruins. Yes.
Yes. No,
You saw his visions?
no. I'm just saying. I'm putting together
Oh,
the monoliths.
You think that they're
Maybe
connected?
that
Gotcha.
they
How
might
does
be connected. Yes.
Yeah. Well, the only thing left to do is go to the library, which we could do on the morrow.
Yeah.
All right.
You're hungry?
So,
For tonight, let's retire and just think about what we found.
There's cowboy hat.
so yes, you all go to sleep. You go to wherever it is you live, and y'all go to your hotel, and you reconvene at Smith's home.
That's too big.
following
This will
day.
fit you.
So yeah, you all go with Smith to the British Museum Library.
Be careful. Be nice.
All right. As you approach the British Museum, the grandeur of the building is impossible to miss. with massive stone columns supporting a pediment adorned with intricate carvings of Greek mythological scenes. The wide stone steps leading up to the entrance are worn from the footsteps of countless scholars over the years. The expansive courtyard outside is framed by iron railings and dotted with benches where a few people sit quietly with open books and notes. The heavy wooden doors swing open, revealing the cavernous halls beyond. To your left, a sign directs you to the library reading rooms. The grand reading room is vast, circular, and awe-inspiring, with a high domed ceiling that seems to reach up to the heavens. Its panels divided by gold-accented ribs that catch the light. At the center of the ceiling, an oculus allows natural light to spill into the room, illuminating the rows of ancient texts and manuscripts below. In the corners, glass cases display rare manuscripts, ancient maps, and handwritten documents. The walls are lined with towering bookshelves, each filled with thousands of volumes that cover every subject imaginable. Large oak tables stretch across the room, each one occupied by scholars, researchers, and readers, hunched over tomes or scribbling notes. Alright, well, which lead shall we pursue first?
What do you think? Do you think there's any manuscripts on, like, ancient Fez cults?
I think for sure the thing that we should look up for.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think the thing that we should look up first is
Cult section.
no. I think we should look up
Well, we have this rubbing.
Blood Red Fez.
Oh, yeah, see, but that's the only book in existence, so that's what it says, right?
The book was The Whispering Fez.
The Whispering Fez. But that's the Blood Red book.
The Blood Red Fez is the Fez itself. The
Oh,
Whispering
okay.
Fez is the name of the book.
That's also Blood Red.
That is also Blood
Okay,
Red, yes.
okay,
It can get a little confusing. I
Yeah,
know.
okay, gotcha. Okay. The Whispering Fez is a book.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think we should look up Blood Red Fez, like the specifics, see if there's anything on the Blood Red Fez. Because the Whispering Fez it was the only book with the, right?
Well, we can look up both.
Okay.
So, which will we do first?
Blood Red Fez. Let's see if there's anything about it. Or even the cult. Fez cults, just in general.
Right.
Because I think if we look up the Blood Red Fez, we might find stuff on the cult,
Yeah.
you know?
And what are these two lines? What does it say right there?
Dominion over all, and
this one right
then
there.
rising from the past.
I don't know what that could mean. Sounds like some cult knowledge rising.
I need you guys to make me a library roll.
You guys have, I don't have. Mine's
Oh.
20, but
I got a library roll because my library use is 50%. My library use is 50. Check this out. When in doubt, 30. Dude!
you are.
What is up with these
Yeah, he's
90s?
getting 90 like every
Here, let me
roll.
have yours.
That's booty.
Loaded. That one's loaded for 90.
84?
4. That's the highest I've rolled
Damn.
all night.
So yeah, you're not coming up with any leads on the Blood Red Fez at the moment.
Can I push my
So-
luck?
You're
No.
way, yeah. You're like 40.
So,
Well, no, it's like you can't push this kind of roll.
Mm.
Um,
We have to
but
just
you
come
can
with something
try
else.
again. It's just gonna take you longer now.
It's gonna take me longer.
Yeah, it's gonna take you guys longer to find this information.
20.
So that's an extreme.
That's an
pass,
extreme.
Or like a.
No, that's a hard pass. Records of rare and forbidden texts. Wow. 18th, 19th century. The Whispering Fez. Compiled by Major Williams B. Trowbridge. The Whispering Fez is a rare, clandestine manuscript believed to contain ritual knowledge and incantations linked to the ancient artifact known as the Blood Red Fez. Originating in the Ottoman Empire, the text emerged briefly in the early 1800s, though it was swiftly suppressed by Ottoman authorities who feared the influence of the book's context and the potential it held for stirring unrest among certain secret sects. The book itself describes various rites to control the wearer to control the wearer of the blood red fez, invoke spirits, and gain insight into forbidden mysteries. It has been noted that the passages are written in a blend of Persian and obscure codes, like that.
See, I knew that.
That has to be a portion of the book. Yeah.
Also,
And obscure codes requiring knowledge of both ancient languages and esoteric traditions to decipher. Though officially suppressed, copies of the Whispering Fez are rumored to surface sporadically at underground auctions throughout Europe and the Near East, often attracting wealthy collectors and those with a taste for occult lore. These copies are often incomplete, missing key sections of the original, though they still possess enough detail to attract the interest of cultists and mystics.
so the book tells you how to control people who wear the fez.
Yes.
So
The wearer
So
of the
Matthew
blood red
Pook
fez.
had some of the book, right?
Yeah.
I would say that's from the book.
So Annie had this address. So
Grandma, make me a library roll as well.
that doesn't even make sense. Why would Pook have that book in?
85.
Can I roll again?
You can roll again. Yes. For this specifically.
5?
How much?
85.
See, that's what I rolled twice before.
Dude, these dice have to be loaded.
So you have searched up the Whispering Fez and the Blood Red Fez.
Children of the Fez.
Yeah.
Alright, make
Let's
me a
look at-
library roll for Children of the Blood Red Fez.
Who?
All of you. Grandma, you're all at the library,
okay,
you're all
okay.
researching.
98!
I got 55, but yeah.
I got
4?
4.
Oh, nice.
I got
That's
4.
An extreme.
See, this is the bad thing about having so few people. All of our academics are gone.
I have good education, but just not like library.
Well,
See, I
yeah,
got-
that's the thing, like, you don't know what...
Holy cow, the Children of the Blood Red Fez. That's a secret society. You want me to read it, or you want to read it?
I'll read it.
If you can.
1857. The Children of the Blood Red Fez. The Children of the Blood Red Fez, often referred to simply as the Children, is a clandestine cult reputed to have origins stretching as far back as the Crusades. Historical records on the cult are fragmented, often found only in supposed documents or mentioned fleetingly in the accounts of other secret societies. They are known to revere a singular artifact, the blood red fez, a headpiece said to imbue its wearer with supernatural insight and control at a steep cost to the wearer's soul. Recent resurgence in beliefs. Believed to have resurged in the Near East, the cult's earliest members held that the blood red fez was not merely an artifact, but a channel for communion with ancient otherworldly forces. These children regarded themselves as keepers of forbidden knowledge, tasked with spreading the influence of these forces through invitations, rituals, and at times sacrifices. Members claim that through the fez, one can access realms of hidden wisdom and bind lesser spirits to do their, and bind lesser spirits to do their bidding. The cult places tremendous value on power through secrecy, wealth, and influence, believing that their rituals elevate them above common men. They are known to seek out powerful artifacts across the globe, items which they believe enhance or deepen their connection to their unseen forces. These artifacts, known as instruments, are highly coveted by the cult and are often acquired through theft, blackmail, and violence. The Knights Templar and the battle against the children. During the Crusades, accounts surfaced of forced confrontations between the children of the sanguinary sorcerer and the Knights Templar. The Templars, sworn to protect Christian lands, were disturbed by the cult's dark practices and sought to curb their influence. Records claim that the Templars uncovered several of the cult's strongholds and confiscated ritual artifacts of significant power. Among the most was a tome, the book bound in blood, said to contain instructions for creating and controlling the sanguinary
Potassis.
A vile headpiece that preceded the blood-red fez. This book, bound in the blood-dyed leather of an unknown origin, contains spells, incantations, and diagrams detailing the rituals associated with the Potassis. The Templars feared that the cult, if it gained access to the book, could further their dark influence beyond the East, threatening Europe's stability. To prevent this, the Templars dispersed their cache of captured artifacts, hiding them in distant, secret locations across Europe. The bloody tome was reputedly concealed in a crypt, warded with sacred seals, and known only to a select few within the Templars' ranks. Legacy and modern resurgence. Though the Templars dealt a significant blow to the children of the sanguinary sorcerer, the cult did not vanish. Instead, it adapted, going further underground, disguising its presence and recruiting now members with promises of esoteric knowledge and power. Rumors of powerful families tied to the children persist in whispers across European nobility, their identities veiled by secrecy and ritual. In recent years, there have been unconfirmed sightings of individuals wearing the blood-red fez and wielding what appears to be extraordinary influence over others, often in political and financial circles. Some sources claim that the bloody tome has resurfaced and that a new leader has arisen within the cult. End note. The remaining records on the children of the sanguinary sorcerer have been intentionally purged by order of the Grand Lodge of Librarians, citing risk to public safety and moral order. Whoa.
Fascinating.
Yes, to say the least.
I believe this bloody tome could be the same as the Whispering Fez.
Yes.
Perhaps an older version.
Maybe we should look it up.
Yes. Let's have another stab at the blood red fez. See if we can't find some information. And it would seem that this goes back far because the Potassis was an ancient Greek headpiece.
27!
It's a big, it's a hard
The
pass.
luck is changing.
I'm going to also need, accompanying this roll, for Grandma to make a Turkish language roll.
Okay.
Translated.
Oh, wow.
And this, oh, okay.
This will be your language skill.
Yeah.
I'm good at Italian.
87.
Nope. I can already tell you that's not
Yeah,
gonna be
that's
enough.
too high. Where's Turkish?
So I gotta roll again?
No,
43.
no. She's just gonna have to try again here in a little bit.
Okay.
Is there any Italian?
I don't think so.
Any Italian?
Italian?
Buongiorno.
Yeah, I was about to say Buongiorno.
Everyone make me another library roll for looking up the Whispering Fez again.
The Whispering Fez or the Blood Red
The
Fez?
Whispering Fez. You're gonna look that up again.
9.
Okay.
Oh, that's a
try
hard
that.
pass.
Good.
And I am 1.
1! Holy cow!
Oh, we're fine.
5! Grandma got 5!
This is the Whispering Fez.
I know, but what number am I? Well, it doesn't matter. I'm
The library.
low. Yeah,
We
library.
were doing libraries, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Private record, sale of the Whispering Fez. Transaction between Adam Mincalf and Jonas Schoonover. So this is that vision. This is the sale. It's like the receipt of that Transaction of note. In October of 1866, Brother Jonas Schoonover himself, a 33rd degree Mason and known for a collector of esoteric artifacts, transferred ownership of a rare occult text, the Whispering Fez. The Whispering Fez to 33rd degree Mason Adam Minkoff. The manuscript was sold for an undisclosed sum, though it is noted that Schoonover commented on the significant weight of responsibility in Minkoff's acquisition of the volume. Schoonover had reportedly acquired the book at an auction in Constantinople after it resurfaced briefly in Ottoman territories. Schoonover's personal notes mention that he viewed the Whispering Fez as dangerous and hinted that the rituals within are not for the faint of heart. He allegedly warned Minkoff to exercise caution with the text, though Minkoff expressed an eagerness to study the book's contents more deeply. Schoonover later remarked to the other Masons that Minkoff was, quote, fixated on the manuscript, suggesting a profound interest, perhaps even an obsession with what he called the power of the Fez. The sale was recorded under confidentiality at Minkoff's request, with Minkoff's stated purpose being personal research in matters beyond Masonic understanding. The Grand Lodge retained the transaction record only to monitor the exchange of rare occult texts within its ranks, given the potential risks associated with such works. End note. No further records of Minkoff's activities or his studies with the Whispering Fez have been cataloged in lodge records. Brother Schoonover later declined to comment on Minkoff's use of the manuscript.
Oh, here's a picture of the library outside, by the way. I forgot to get that.
Outside of the library?
That's cool.
So
this is a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one.
So this is pretty much saying that you
witnessed?
Didn't know Minkoff, but
I did.
how old would he be?
Well, it could also just be his relative.
Yeah.
They have the same last name.
Descendant.
Yeah.
It could be a descendant.
So it could have been something passed down in his family,
Right.
or...
Okay.
Although,
But he's the one obsessed with it, and now there's still people that are like,
Perhaps he
He's
was
still, like, the
originally
leader of it.
the leader.
and then it got passed down. Okay.
and we
We should
know.
look up his name.
Yes.
Minkoff.
While we're here. Yeah.
It's a good up.
Yes.
And it could be too. Maybe if this has the power that we think it has, maybe he's never tasted of death.
Maybe he fell asleep.
I'm gonna need a hard library
Maybe.
roll.
Hold on, let me think.
Hard roll?
Hard roll.
Oh, no,
Maybe.
everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
8!
Okay. Let me see this. Hey, what is? This is kind of mystifying.
Got it. 8! That's like an extreme roll, right?
Yeah.
6!
Wow. Okay, my turn. Let's go. Let's get. Okay. 10. Yeah, 10.
Dude!
Wow,
All
this
right.
is
all the bad ones.
Dude,
Yeah.
let's go! Okay, records of the Grand Lodge, British Masonic Archives. So, Adam Minkoff. Excerpt from unpublished document on notable Freemasons, dated 1868. Adam Minkoff.
2 years after you got the book, by the way.
Yeah. What is B? Is that brother? 1000.
Born.
Okay, born 1819. Grand Lodge, 33rd degree Mason. Adam Minkoff, inducted to the 33rd degree in 1865, holds one of the highest honors within the Masonic order. His reputation among his peers, both revered and regarded with trepidation, known for his exceptional intellect and knowledge of esoteric subjects. Minkoff gained swift promotion through the rank, often attributed to his rumored connection with rare and forbidden sources of knowledge. His search within the lodge focused heavily on, is that arcane? Traditions and ancient rites, particularly those predating the foundation of Masonry itself. Though his teachings and contributions were initially welcomed, whispers began circulating among the brethren that Minkoff's pursuits verged on heretical, aligning too closely with unorthodox sects and obscure practices. His presentations often referenced items of rumored mystical power, among them a particular red headpiece said to grant visions and spiritual insights to its wearers. A legend tracing back to the Eastern realms, one that he referred to with an unsettling reverence. Despite mounting concerns, Metcalf retained his position within the lodge due to his standing and influence among select members. However, by 1867, he withdrew from public Masonic gatherings, dedicating himself solely to private studies and increasingly clandestine rituals. He's been cited infrequently since, often traveling to countries rumored to be rife with hidden knowledge. Notably, Metcalf made several extended journeys to the Ottoman Empire, suggesting that his focus lies beyond the merely symbolic nature of Masonry, seeking, as he described it, the truth behind the veil. Of particular note in his recent affiliation with a group who identifying themselves as Children of the Blood Red Fez, which appears to operate beyond the traditional practices of Masonic fraternity and veers into the realm of occultism and mystical fervor. The lodge has distanced itself from Metcalf's private pursuits, citing his interests as personal and unendorsed by Masonic tradition. Status active, though no longer engaged in the affairs of the Grand Lodge, known to reside intermittently in London and abroad. Further mention of Adam Metcalf has been deliberately removed from later records. The reason remained unclear. H.L.
Wait, what?
H.L. The person H. Leeds!
Is that who wrote that?
Yes!
There's an extra note at the bottom that's different. Like it's off-centered, it's not. Or it's,
What's it say?
like someone wrote that.
Where?
At the bottom?
What you just read.
Yeah, right there.
Yes.
Yeah. You're talking to me like I'm a
telling
dum-dum.
you, I'm telling Kyle.
Oh, I was so confused. I was like, what? I got to the freaking bottom of it. It's H. Leeds, man. H. Leeds.
Well, it's probably just head librarian.
You think so? Head librarian?
Unless it's...
Why would H. Leeds be writing notes on documents at the library?
I don't know. You're probably right. HL.
I think it's just a coincidence that I hadn't intended on making.
HL. It could be H. Leeds.
Good one though.
I just couldn't write out head librarian and fit it on the paper.
Okay.
So Grandma
Why would it
Amy,
be removed? I just don't understand.
to protect,
Because
to keep.
Protect the Masons or protect
the reputation of the Masonic Order.
Yes.
To protect the information itself
maybe
from
it
getting
makes them
found
look
out.
bad. Yeah, maybe it makes whatever.
20!
Man, these are some dang good numbers.
I thought they were loaded.
All right.
too, then they
You
just-
spend the remainder of the
unloaded.
day piecing together information from multiple sources, most of it in Turkish. And you create this. This is the compilation of all of your research, and it is your Apocrypha.
The blood red fez was ever an evil thing, made in the name of unspeakable powers so awful no sane man would ever set down their names. First, the fez was spoken of in the something courts around 1550, but some suggest it is older than that, dating back to ancient Greece. It was said to have the power to control man's minds and destinies in thrall to some ancient evil odd before time. Drinking in, bathing in, or simply spilling the blood of a prince while wearing the fez is said by some to bring princely favors of the dark gods, and by others to be the key to immortality. But such dark entities may view their principalities differently to our own.
Pay heed.
Okay, pay heed to this warning that wearing this abomination called the blood red fez will bring
Calamitous.
rain upon
Ruin.
ruin upon one, as one renders up one's soul and one's mind to the unhealthy will of the fez.
Unearthly.
Will of the fez and its terrible masters. Only these most skilled in the ways of the dark arts can hope to survive such a thing, and for then perhaps the prize is even more terrible. It is possible to control the fez and even halt its terrible purpose. Seekers after dark knowledge should consult the book, The Whispering Fez.
And upon completing this tome, those involved, so all three of you are going to take 1d4 sanity loss.
Uh-oh.
Just straight up.
Whatever you roll, that's how me.
Yep.
Why is that?
Because you
man.
created a mythos tome. And the more you learn of the mythos, the worse your mental state becomes, basically.
So
Three.
The knowledge comes at a cost.
This is a mythos tome?
Yes.
-3, so I'm at 35.
And you all gain this knowledge.
What's that? Is that like a postcard?
Cost, arrest, fez, decline. Cost, 5 POW?
Power.
5 power, casting time, 1 minute. The short mantra arrests the process of the fez for 24 hours by sacrificing a small amount of life force directly to the fez. 5 points of power are lost. It can be cast by the wearer and can also be applied to others by touching their fez. Once the sacrifice is made, the wearer receives no more ill effects from the fez that day, but remains at the same stage of degeneration. Wait, so...
What is that?
Let me make sure I'm understanding this. So... Arrest Fez Decline, is that the mantra?
That's the name of the spell.
Oh, that's the name of the spell. Okay, so it costs 5 power. So is this our power? 40?
Yeah, it's your willpower.
That's your
mental
willpower. Okay, and it takes 1 minute to cast it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the short mantra, when you say that, it arrests the process of the fez for 24 hours.
It stops you from withering.
From withering. Further. Okay.
So, if one were to place the fez on their head, you could use this spell to keep them from withering.
Huh.
For 24 hours?
But yeah, it has to be cast every 24 hours. So, and you gain this knowledge through your research in creating this apocrypha.
So you can wear the fez. Like right now, I could wear the fez and somebody could cast the spell, and I could gain more knowledge about the fez.
Yes, essentially.
Okay, wait, explain that.
But
explain that again.
you have to cast that spell every 24 hours. Otherwise, you will progress to the next stage of degeneration. Okay. And Matthew Cook would have been at the final stage of degeneration when you found him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So he, gradually became that way. He didn't put the fez on and instantly become withered like that. Yeah. It took,
weeks or months.
Well, because he stole it on the 7th.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Okay. I'm not. It can be cast by the wearer and also applied to others by touching their fez. What does that mean?
It's.
I don't understand.
Don't worry about it. It just you can touch your own fez.
Yes.
And cast a spell, or you can cast a spell on someone wearing a fez.
And what happens?
It stops them from withering.
Okay.
So can we wear
it's
the
just
fez
basically.
right now?
Yeah, what happened?
Quincy, it's not a good idea for you to wear the fez because you won't be here.
Yeah. Yeah. So Kyle can wear the fez though, and I can cast the spell.
Yeah.
I guess.
If that's what you want to do, yeah, 100%. It'll stop him from turning into a.
Once a sacrifice is made, the wearer receives.
But I'm gonna be gone, so.
A dried up old man.
Once a sacrifice is made, the wearer. Okay.
So we got a spell to stop you from withering.
It's not that complicated, Kyle.
I know. Okay. But if you put on for a second, Do I get hurt at all or no?
Well, remember, once you place the fez on,
It's,
well, it can't be removed, as far as you know.
Oh, so
Unless,
it's stuck there.
as far as you know, because you could not remove it from Pook's head. Like, that's what they said. You know, it couldn't. It was like attached to his head.
yeah.
And it has to be recast every 24 hours.
And again, there's more information out there. This is a fragmented
And it costs
tome that you created.
Yeah.
But like, there could be
yeah.
more spells
Right.
associated with this fez that you might get later.
Oh, wow.
And it costs. Okay, so I'd have to like.
Dude, Evie is asleep.
So whoever uses the spell, even if they're using it for someone else, that person that is using the spell.
Haven, wake up
uses
Evie.
power.
Look at
Yes.
look at
Okay,
it over
okay, so
there
if someone else
in the
uses
dark.
It'll
spell.
cost you your
It
own.
glows.
Whoever's
mental
using
willpower.
the spell, even if you're using it for someone else wearing the fez.
Right.
Okay, so okay. Just making sure I get it. Okay.
So yeah, it's night at this point. It took you
All
the
day.
entire
That was a
day
lot.
Dude, we moved around.
to.
Yeah.
No, but even in real life, like,
Well, yeah.
we've been playing for 5 hours now?
It's been 3
Almost.
hours and 40 minutes, I think.
I feel like I could play this game for a whole day.
Well, this is the thing. A lot of people do marathon sessions, like 8, 9 hours, 10 hours,
Yeah.
which I would love to do. I didn't think I could do it in the past because I got really tired after 4 hours.
Nah,
But
dude.
I've gotten
I
this
feel like I could get-
so well organized now that I feel like I could go for a long time.
I honestly feel like if the girls weren't here, I could play this for a couple days.
Yeah.
Because it feels like only an hour
I
so
really,
it's gone by.
I want to start playing every week.
So this campaign has lasted how long?
Well, this is our second session.
Yeah, this is only the second time.
Yeah.
Oh, only second session ever, but
Yes.
it takes 3 years to finish?
Yes. We've
Oh.
only, this is our 5th game ever that we've ever played.
Yeah.
But
But
for
yeah.
this one's only the second one.
I imagine there's probably like 100 sessions worth of story to go through in this campaign. So, and I just keep adding more. Like, I'm adding more. Like, all these clues and all this plot line about the Masonic order and everything, that's all original. That didn't exist in this story, but I added it in per Grandma's character.
That's cool.
And it tied in so beautifully with the plot that was already happening. It didn't really take a whole lot of...
I like how you have this vision of like the old cell of the monk.
Oh, yeah. I did that. I wrote that this morning. I was
awesome.
like, I got that done. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Abuelos?
All right. You guys go back to your hotels, sleep off, and in the morning, you read the newspaper.
Holy cow.
And there's a particular article that'll stand out.
3 children slain in the street!
Where?
Now is this the?
Yes.
What's his name was talking about?
Yes.
2 that had been killed.
Yes.
Yeah, the reporter.
The reporter.
Is
All right, he
is
did
that
not
his?
say two.
Oh, this is a
He
different
just said
day.
kids.
It's what he was talking about.
Okay,
but he
what's
never
what?
said two. You're making up numbers.
Oh.
He said a few.
Oh, okay.
Read it out loud, Quincy.
Should I read all? Did you type all this?
I typed everything. I made all those articles.
That's so.
Are these other ones
Even the
included?
nonsense articles, even the extra articles. I just wanted to make a nice looking paper.
Isn't that something?
ChatGPT?
Some of it, yeah.
Okay.
The more nonsense articles.
So, here, we hold everything. So, eyewitness report one-armed monster, which we now know is Polk, right? Or we know
Pook,
as
yeah.
Pook. Pook.
I know we're
The
going
one-armed,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
something.
In the
One-armed
early
Pook.
hours of yesterday
What do you
morning,
want?
Whitechapel was rocked by a horrifying attack that has left 3 children dead and one police
Okay. Do you want
and one
pepperoni or
police
no?
surgeon fighting for his life.
Okay, you sit here in my
Around 1 o'clock in the morning, residents were awakened by gunfire on
Sit
Duard
right here.
Street,
George, yeah.
right?
Was that Victor?
Yeah.
Victor was letting it loose.
Just steps from where Paulie Nichols was infamously murdered 2 years ago. Police arrived on the scene to discover the slain children. Witnesses describing a one-armed monster as the assailant. Inhumane figure. Dr. Nicholas Hobbs, a surgeon attached to the police investigation unit, was brought to St. Bartholomew's Hospital shortly after, having reportedly suffered several injuries while attempting to assist the victims. Details surrounding Dr. Hobbs' involvement remain unclear, but sources say he sustained multiple wounds while encountering what eyewitnesses have described as an inhumane figure.
Was it what?
Inhumane
Inhuman figure. Miss Edna Grimm, a local resident who. Edna
That's
Grimm.
that's the.
Oh yeah,
lady.
the lady. Okay, a
At
local
the
resident
lodge house.
who witnessed the scene from her upper window provoked a chilling account. It was like nothing I'd ever seen. The man or monster had only one arm, but his strength seemed unnatural.
So
And then do I continue the Cobb
Sit in my
family
chair.
devastated
Yeah.
by loss?
Mhm.
Okay. Doctor hospitalized. The Cobb family, respected figure in the neighborhood due to their charity work, were out for a quiet evening walk when they were ambushed. Mr. Terry Cobbs, his wife Sophia, and their children were all found with several injuries. Neighbors reported hearing at least 6 gunshots, though police have yet to confirm the exact number. Their wounds were described by authorities as being inflicted with unusual brutality, causing some to question whether the assailant acted alone. Adding to the mystery, investigators are now seeking a group of well-dressed individuals seen fleeing Durward Streets moment after the attack. One witness, Mr. Alfred Turner, recalls glimpsing several folks in evening finery and hats moving swiftly down the street, casting hurried glances over their shoulders. They looked like they were running from something they didn't dare face, he told reporters. Inspector Kendall of the Scotland Yard addressed the press, emphasizing the police are pursuing every lead. When asked directly about the one-armed monster, Greaves offered no comment but expressed his commitment to uncover those reports for this chilling crime. We will not rest until justice is served, he assured. Mr. Hobbs remains in critical condition at St. Bart's Hospital, receiving round-the-clock care for his injuries. His courageous intervention, however brief, has inspired members of the community to band together, while others remain fearful that Whitechapel may yet again be haunted by a violent, elusive figure. Scotland Yard encourages anyone with information to contact their nearest station. In the meantime, residents are advised to remain vigilant as speculation mounts around this one-armed monster and the unknown men and women who disappeared into the fog. Was that us?
Not you, but yeah, that was them. Yeah.
So do they think we killed people?
They don't know. You were seen running from the scene.
Right.
So
But who was dead? Like children? That was
3 kids.
3 kids. That was
That-
after we left.
The
Though?
Cobb family. You know. Can you get the reference? Oswald Cobb.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
the 3
Penguin.
brothers from Penguin.
I didn't even think of that. So those are the 3 kids that died.
Yeah.
But we weren't there for that, were we?
No, that happened because you all ran.
Yes, and the monster was just kind of out.
Was left to
Yeah.
prey upon
Okay.
the people. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
That's your fault.
You like drop eggs?
So good.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to end right there.
Oh,
Spot.
I just
Because
know
we
it.
don't really need to do the Victoria Station yet.
The what?
Vicky Station, that's where you're going to leave from.
Oh, right.
Because we got to get everyone convened there next time.
Hey, Ben. We might just go to a wedding.
No.